Welcome to Cure Insurance Arena for the East Brunswick High School Class of 2018 graduation ceremony. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Student Council President, Janet Aziz.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as our award-winning chorus and band, led by Mr. Gregory Jung and Mr. Brian Toth, present the national anthem and the alma mater. Thank you. Please be seated. A farewell address will now be presented by the Class of 2018 President, Samantha Balsamo.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the graduation of the Class of 2018. Welcome friends, family, faculty, the Board of Education, Superintendent Valesky, Dr. Vanilla, and you, the Class of 2018. First, I would like to thank and invite this year's Teacher of the Year, Ms. Donna Lenahan, and the Support Staff Person of the Year, Ms. Michelle Chiaffi, to stand and be recognized. I invite the teachers to please stand up and be recognized on behalf of all of the students at East Brunswick High School. Thank you. Teachers stand. Thank you. On behalf of the Class of 2018, I would like to thank all of the parents for helping us students achieve our goals and making us the people we are today. When I started high school, I was known as Little Balsamo, one of 4 big shoes to fill. I stand here before you as the last Balsamo to graduate from East Brunswick High School. If you know me, you know that I am extremely passionate about the sport of volleyball. After 4 years, I can look back and vividly remember my first game on the varsity team. It was freshman year in the fall of 2014, where I was fortunate enough to be on the same team as my sister Danielle, who was a senior. As the game began at JFK High School, I sat on the bench watching my sister and the team play the game I love. We struggled, but the team stuck together and kept fighting. I was so focused on the game that when Coach Portera talked to me, I didn't hear a word he said. Let me take a moment to recognize that Coach Portera was experiencing a first of his own, his first game as the girls' varsity volleyball head coach. The next time he called my name, he told me to sub into the game. For those of you that don't know volleyball, I am a setter, which is equivalent to a quarterback in football. You can only imagine how nervous I was. When I went into the game, the way the rotations worked, I was standing next to my sister waiting for the ball to be served. As we waited, my legs shook, unwilling to stop. My sister stood next to me, whispering in my ear that I got this, and she was proud. When those words come from one of your role models, it's a dream come true. In that moment, I never thought that my volleyball career could ever end at East Brunswick. 4 seasons later, and I was the senior ready to pass down the tradition of East Brunswick volleyball. I remember our last game as vividly as the first. We were away at Huntington Central. The game started like any other, and like that first game 4 years ago, we struggled a little. My sister wasn't next to me, but as I looked around, I saw my team, and I realized I was surrounded by family, the kind we choose to support us through everything. The result of that game wasn't as important as the moment we all shared together, including Coach Portera, of what we had achieved together. That last game was one of the most enjoyable and meaningful games that I got to experience as an EB Bear. Everyone has a different passion where they experience a memorable first and last. For the students in the theater department, you experienced your first and last show. Students in Model UN and FBLA went through immense amounts of studying and researching to participate in their first and last conferences. Band, orchestra, dance, and choir members went through competitions and ratings to experience their first and last performances. For the students in the honor societies, you put in your countless hours of tutoring, helping create high school events, and working with the community. Everyone has had some sort of first and last that is important to our high school careers. The first meeting at a club, and the last class with your favorite teacher. High school is a place where we know. We know that semi will be our first dancing event, and prom will be our last. We foresee the moments that are our first and last. When you leave here today, you can't foresee the future. Leaving here today gives you the opportunity for your next experience to be your first of many. As we look back at these 4 years of high school, we look at the first and last. The first football game we went to, the first test we took, the first friend we made that will be our forever family. All the firsts lead to our senior year and the last. The last football game, we sat outside screaming at the top of our lungs in the Bear Den section. The last concert or show that the arts department put on. The last memory of high school with our best friends. And of course, the last Dr. Valesky phone call we received. The first and last came with so many experiences to cherish in between. Events like prom can no better be explained than how the creators of High School Musical explained it. It was a night to remember. We truly are all in this together. The unimaginable number of hours studying for tests, putting our hearts into drama, robotics club, chess club, athletics, and any of our desires will always have a special place in our hearts. Dr. Seuss once said, "The best things in life are unseen. That's why we close our eyes when we kiss, laugh, and dream." Without seeing our future, we have to wonder, but we choose to embrace the change and new memories. 4 years ago, we completed the first day of many at East Brunswick. We honestly thought that high school could never end. I am glad to say, after 4 long years of hard work, we have reached our last day of high school. Enjoy your last day as a high school student, because tomorrow will be our first day as East Brunswick alumni. Tomorrow, we will be out in the real world with new responsibilities and adventures to experience. What we do with our first day outside of high school is one only we can determine. So what will your next first be? I leave you here today with this. When you look back 4 years from now, remember this moment. Look around you. We may not be blood related, but we are a family, a community. And as we all know, once an EB Bear, always an EB Bear. Thank you.
We will now hear from the valedictorian of the class of 2018, Jenny Sheng.
As I walked through the hallway one last time, I was overwhelmed by bittersweet memories. I remember walking down the empty hallways countless times early in the morning with my physics questions in hand, waiting for Mrs. Estep to open the door. And staying up late, studying for exams, the light in my room fading into an already dark corridor. And through these years, teachers and staffs always right there beside me, beside us, walking with us through our ups and downs, guiding us when we seem to have lost our ways, and using their own passion for a specific subject to kindle a spark in us all. Thank you all for your patience as we ask an endless stream of questions, and for your advice as we travel through our most transformative years. I would like to thank my family and all parents, guardians, families, and friends for your support as we discover our talents and interests, and for being here to see us stride confidently into our futures. Let us never forget the community that has nurtured us, and always remember the class of 2018 with whom we complained the loudest, but also laughed the hardest. We stand here today knowing we persevered through countless challenges, big and small. Through hard work, we fulfilled our aspirations of becoming members of clubs or sports teams, of holding our first jobs ever. But along the way, the work itself has also helped us become the people we are today. Finding who we are within a sea of unknowns took commitment and dedication. It is the same strength and perseverance that we need to take with us to the future. Make no mistake, I'm not talking about the constant struggle of battling procrastination. Perseverance is about never forgetting the enthusiasm of diving into something we love, regardless of all the obstacles in our way, including procrastination, and putting forth our best efforts to become the people that we hope to be, regardless of what the future has in store for us. Ultimately, curiosity and discovery are the driving forces behind all our aspirations, ideas, and dreams. Perhaps you found the slightest bit of inspiration in science, math, engineering, music, English, history, art, or perhaps you found your lifelong passion. Regardless of where each of us stand in the spectrum, why should we let any hesitations keep us from tugging on the string of curiosity? Let's make sure that we use our curiosity to shape our dreams and later make them a reality. Just as everyday objects can inspire the most exquisite paintings and the most discombobulated diagrams can illustrate the most marvelous ideas, so too can your aspirations and dreams, no matter how far-fetched, make their marks on the world. I would like to end with a quote I came upon by Sarah J. Maas. I love the simplicity in its 11 words I would like to share with you all. It goes like this: to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. Congratulations, class of 2018, and may all your dreams be answered.
The chorus will now present their rendition of This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, words and music by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, arranged by Mac Huff.
Ashamed of all my scars.
We will now hear from the faculty speaker as voted by the members of the graduating class of 2018, Mrs. Maria Cisnero.
Congratulations, class of 2018. Soon you will be walking through these auditorium doors and your years at East Brunswick Public Schools will be behind you. Before anything else, I want you to know that we say goodbye with a combination of sadness, joy, and pride. We say goodbye to you with the hopes that the work that we have done here will make a difference in your future. Today we carry a little weight in our hearts, just like your parents will the day that you leave for college, for military school, for your first job. Over the last 3 years, we have spent an enormous amount of time together, not only in the classroom, but in all sorts of activities as well. We have definitely shared a tremendous amount of experiences. When I found out I am your selected speaker at graduation, I first and most of all felt deeply honored and humbled to have the opportunity to talk to you all one last time, so thank you. This is a golden opportunity to give you once more my life advice that, as many as you well know, is as important to me as the math curriculum I teach in my classes. Second came the panic of speaking in front of you all here today. Last but most important of all, the sense of responsibility, the need to express to you something of value, something that hopefully stays to you when you walk out of here today. To me, you matter more than you know. The class of 2018 is very dear to my heart. Many of you have been my students. Some of you were in my classes for not just one school year, but 2 consecutive years. 2 of you even more than that. When I talk about you, and I do plenty, I refer to you as my kids. After all, here in East Brunswick, we have become a family. In the future, somehow, I will keep you. You are in my walls, in my windows, in my door in K10, and I know I will see you again. Class of 2018, what were you thinking of? A math teacher, a speaker at graduation? Is IP calculus busy in fashion now, or is advanced algebra and trigonometry? Maybe the fact that for so many of you, I was your teacher 2 years in a row. I remember the look of panic in my sophomores in pre-calculus honors the first day, and the worries during the 2 days of the BC diagnostic test. But here you are at graduation today. Looking back, it was all totally worth it because you have grown into young women and men who are not only smart and prepared, but also know how to look at the world and the future with a fresh and amazing point of view. You will pass into the history of East Brunswick High School at the class that shows a graduation speaker who was a Cuban female math teacher with a lot of red shoes with a love for red shoes and quote of her arms. What a combination. I know you take those quotes, I hope you take those quotes with you as much as the math that I have taught you. After all, you need to be a smart lazy for the rest of your life. Now that you move to the next chapter of your life, things will drastically change. No morning announcements repeating the same information day after day. No more homework checks, no more checking attendance. From now on, you will be expected to be an adult and a responsible one. The good and the bad that may come your way in the future will be greatly impacted by the hard work, commitment, responsibility, and passion that you put into these next few years, whatever they may entail. I know most of you are attending college next year and what an experience that will be. You all make me feel like we are back in 19... I can see myself at my high school graduation. We are outside and it is, as expected, sunny, hot, humid. I'm very eager, happy to go to college where I will not have to wear a uniform, meaning I can finally put to rest my black school shoes. I have been wearing these shoes for the last 3 years with holes in the sole. You see, living in Cuba was very different from here. There are no black shoes in the stores, but they are mandatory to go to school. You figure. Of course, I'm also happy I'm going to college because I know what I want to study. I have a plan. I will be a mathematician. I don't know yet that one day I will become a math teacher. I'm very sad that most of my friends are leaving the country. They are going to college in Russia, Germany, Poland, Hungary. However, I choose to stay in Cuba with my mom and grandma. I think they need me. What if I do not see my dear friends again? Don't worry. Thanks to Facebook, we are all still in touch after many, many, many years. I'm also extremely worried because I'm solely in charge of my future. And I'm not sure if I'm fully prepared to take the right steps to make the right decisions. I only know I want to go to college, like my grandma, like my mom, and I happen to love math. At the end, the high school graduate I was and the high school graduate you are not that different. It's okay to have a mix of feelings. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be excited. You, like me back then, may know what you like. You may as well know what you want to be later on, or maybe you are not sure at all. Either way, it's all right, as long as you are determined to explore, work hard, be aware that your words and actions have an impact on your life and those surrounding you. If you are happy, make sure to share it. If you need help, make sure to ask for it. If you are sad, find someone to talk to. If you are confident, make sure to help others. Be a participant in your own life. No matter how difficult a decision may be, make sure to consider all the facts and then act on it. Most important of all, never say no to yourself. If you have an uncertainty and you do not inquire, you do not ask, you are saying no to yourself. If you ask, the answer may be a yes, not all the time, but many times. You must act with an attitude that will bring as many possible yeses your way. You and only you can do that. After all, only you can determine who you truly are. Follow your instincts, and now and then question with clear expectation and awareness of your own reality, whether you are in the right path to become the person you want to be. Life is not perfect. If you experience failure, and of course you may, change your tactics, change your course, all you need is your determination to succeed. Last, treat others the way you want to be treated. And believe me, this is very hard. I will give you a personal example on this. When my two sons went to high school, I always hope they will have teachers that most of all will know the content they were teaching very well. But just as important, teachers with a heart that will go out of their way to help them when they need it. My boys are men now. They are amazing and doing very well. Well, their years of high school long gone. You are my kids as well. And even if you're not aware of it, most times I treat you just the same way I treat my own children. I try to give you what I hope my boys would get from their teachers in the past. All those early mornings of extra help were for a reason, because believe me, I could use 20 extra minutes of sleep a day. Thanks to those mornings, my students had someone to offer them help when they need it. The clean electronic copy on the teacher webpage, just in case your copy got lost in your backpack, was inspired by the fact that my son Eric's work many times did not make it home. His backpack was like a black hole. So again, treat others the way you want to be treated. No one is perfect. So many times, I, you, we all need to correct mistakes. Give a deserved apology to someone. Do not be afraid to say you're sorry. Just be sure you mean it. Learn from your mistakes, because along with your parents, books, and personal experiences, they are the greatest sources of wisdom in this life. To end, I would like to do something uncharacteristic of a graduation speech. I will give you homework. Like most of my homework assignments, I will not check it, I will not collect it. You will do it not because I tell you to do it, but because you will understand you want to do it. There is no due date, so take your time. But the nature of this homework implies you do it, hopefully, before the end of the summer. So here it goes. I lost the last page. Your fault. Think of a person or persons you admire, respect, love. Reflect on what attributes of this person or persons have impacted you, help you, and write them down. Think of what you want to repeat as an adult, what you want to change as an adult, what you think is fair and unfair. Write it down. Reflect on what you want your future to be like. You can be as general or specific as you desire. Write it down. Keep these notes in a safe place. Go back to them frequently. They will help you to make decisions in the near and later future. Trust me on that. Here are my reflections. I wrote them this summer after my high school graduation. And over the years, I have added to them as needed. They are a confidant, they are an advisor, they have been changed and revised over the year. Trust me, it helps. I end this speech just like I started. We say goodbye with a combination of sadness, joy, and pride. Today we say goodbye to you with the hopes that the work that we have done here today will make a difference in your future. Congratulations, class of 2018.
The principal's message will now be presented by Dr. Michael W. Vanella.
Good morning, Dr. Valesky, President Simmons, members of the Board of Education, school administrators, esteemed faculty and staff, parents, relatives, friends, here physically and virtually via our live stream. And of course, the reason we are all here, the graduating class of 2018. Class of 2018, we have experienced a lot together over the last 3 years. I have seen you grow into fine young men and women that we are all so proud of. Together, we experienced many changes in our world, and not all for the best. Yet, we remain united and work tirelessly to make East Brunswick High School a great school. As a class, you have amassed a multitude of impressive accolades and honors. Yet, what I am most proud about is the honor and integrity that you showed in working together. Last year, I challenged the class of 2017 to take responsibility for their own 5 feet of space. This past year, I challenged you to be leaders in our building to expand upon the idea and build unity inside our high school through our EBHS 1 initiative. Now I know what you're thinking as you're sitting in your seat. Hurry up, Vanilla, and finish. We want to get our diplomas. I get it. But let me take a few moments to share with you people how the class of 2018 continued our mission of excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts. First, in academics, again, over 95% will be moving on to college. We had 17 National Merit finalists, many receiving scholarships. Our SAT score was 1,143, well above the state and national average. You were part of a group that amassed an amazing 1,489 AP exams. Through our EBHS MCC Pathways program, 894 college-level courses were taking, amassing 2,815 college credits. We had 37 commended students, 12 high honor candidates, 9 presidential scholar candidates, an amazing 325 presidential scholars. 86 seniors earned the seal of Biliteracy of Excellence, and our German program was recognized as a model of excellence. We saw hundreds of students move into 10 different honor societies. Our math team won first place in the AMT-NG 40th annual contest. Placed outstanding large school in the RUMUN in December. Our Waxman had 5 students who had been published in NCBI. And what would academics be without our IPPL team winning another state title and representing New Jersey in Washington, D.C.? Not to be outdone in the classroom, we excelled in athletics. As a team, we had 8 Red Division championship teams, 6 GMC tournament champions, 2 sectional champions in boys bowling and boys golf, and 1 overall group champion, again, in boys bowling. Individually, there were also many accolades: 85 all Red Division student athletes, 56 all GMC student athletes, 10 individual GMC champions, 7 sectional champions, and 18 student athletes will be committed to play sports at the higher level. Not to mention the many records that went down this year based on these student athletes. In the arts, you progressed just as well. Our chamber orchestra won Best Overall Orchestra at the Rutgers String Day. The EBHS Orchestra won first place in their division at the Boston Heritage Festival. Bella Voce received superior and outstanding ratings, while concert choir received superior and exemplary ratings at the American Choral Directors Association Festival. Our marching band continued top performance with excellent ratings, including performances at both MetLife Stadium and Rutgers University. EBHS Jazz Ensemble made it to the NJAJE State Finals. We had 3 students selected to the All-State Symphonic Band and Wind Ensemble, 6 students accepted into the All-State Choruses, 2 students accepted into All-State Orchestra. Still Life with Iris and Cinderella performed to packed houses and were met with rave reviews. And finally, our student artwork was displayed and presented at art galleries across the state. As you can see, it is because of the outstanding efforts of these students sitting before us today that our tradition of excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts is truly alive and well at EBHS. Class of 2018, I also want to share how you have left your mark on me as your principal. This year, we worked together to enhance the student voice at EBHS. You taught me how powerful, important those voices are. Because of each of you, our EBHS One initiative was started and flourished. You made a difference, as this year we made great strides in enhancing the student experience at EBHS. I would like to leave you with some of the lessons that I have learned about collaboration and bringing people together for a unified goal. By sharing these with you, it is my hope to assist you in uniting your own personal space. First, set standards and core values. Stick to these no matter what the climate in your space is. Do not flip-flop based on the current trend or wave of protest. Treat people with compassion. Treat people the way you would expect to be treated in the physical world and the virtual world. Just stay true to who you are and what you stand for. Second, actively listen to others. Not everyone is going to agree with you, and that's okay. Yet, it is important that you take the time to listen. In order to unite a group, it is important to provide everyone with a voice, even if they are not in agreement. Critically listen and open up yourself. Compromise is okay. Next, be empathetic. Work to challenge prejudices and discover commonalities through a respectful dialogue. Utilize your emotional intelligence to inspire mass action and positive social change. Class of 2018, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Be forgiving. We all make mistakes, and you along the journey of life will do so also. My wife has told me many times that I have made many myself. But forgiveness is not based on others' actions, but on our attitude. Don't get me wrong, forgiveness does not mean we must immediately trust someone, as forgiveness is not the absence of accountability. Rather, effective accountability requires the acknowledgement of mistakes and the commitment to learn from them. Finally, be nice. Calvin Coolidge once said, "No one has been honored for what they have received. Honor has been the reward for what he gave." A simple hello, thank you, or holding the door open is becoming a lost art in this fast-paced world. Remember, it's nice to be important, but more important, to be nice. Although my thoughts here are not rocket science, class of 2018, I hope they cause you to reflect on how we need you to work toward bringing people together. I urge you not to just draw from the environment, but take the courage to contribute to it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and you may not always be able to roll watermelons down the terminal. By the way, I still have many of those in my office. You may pick them up. But persevere for the betterment of the common good. Take what you learned here at EBHS to be the change in someone's life through a simple kind word, noble gesture, or show of appreciation. Who knows, your act of kindness could start a wave of respect that our world needs. I would also like to start a new tradition and recognize those that will or have served all of us. Therefore, at this time, I would ask all members of the class of 2018 going into the military academy or service, as well as those in the audience that are serving or have served, to stand at this time to be recognized. Please stand. On behalf of the EBHS community, we thank you for your dedication and service. Before I award the medals of valedictorian, salutatorian, and high honors, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our entire EBHS staff for the tremendous work that they do with our students. Our award-winning high school staff will be saying goodbye to 2 members of the EBHS instructional team. As I call their names, I would ask them to stand and be recognized. Dr. Joanne Bygis, Social Studies. Miss Deb Kretzinger, Science. We wish you both much health and happiness in retirement. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Pazinko and Mr. Hannes to assist me in awarding medals of recognition to our valedictorian, salutatorian, and highest honors students. First, valedictorian and high honors, Jenny Shang. Salutatorian and high honors, Selena Zhu. High honors, Caitlin Cunanan. High honors, Jonathan DeRuvo. High honors, Isaac Elkin. High honors, Jason Gao. High honors, Elizabeth Jackson. High honors, Sanket Jain. High honors, Daniel Like. High honors, Aditya Marotra. High honors, Hannah Sue. High honors, Kendall Westbrook. Congratulations to all of our graduates, and best of luck in the future.
Our superintendent, Dr. Victor Valesky, will now address the graduates.
Good morning, class of 2018, and to your parents and families, whether assembled here or watching from other parts of the country or the world. Today marks a significant event in your life. I'm sure for each of you, there were others before today. For me, the one I recall most vividly was turning 16. Where I grew up, turning 16 meant two things. You could legally drive, and you could legally work. Like many of you, I was trying to find balance among academics, athletics, and some outside interests, so I wasn't looking for a job. Apparently, it was preordained. My father said I was getting a job. It didn't meet the measure of any collaboration. In fact, it was an autocratic decision and one that I wasn't too happy about. I was the oldest of 5 boys, so I assumed my dad's insistence was his premeditated plan to relieve some of the financial burden associated with my existence. A job, as my father explained, would allow me to put gas in the family car when I used it, to pay for the increased auto insurance premiums associated with my driving, and oh yes, I could start buying my own clothes. Really? Is this what my life had become? If I started working, there would be no turning back. I would be destined to toil at work, whatever work is, until retirement. So I had many conversations in my head about how I was going to cut this off at the pass. However, as a reasonably savvy person interested in self-preservation, the conversation outside my head sounded different. If I was going to be required to work, I reasoned with my dad, I think I would like to buy my own car. First, there was an awkward silence, followed by, I didn't have a car until I was 21. You're not getting a car until you're 21. A quick calculation revealed that I was about to be uncool for 5 more years. As it turned out, I couldn't initially have a car in college, and the logistics of having one after the first year were too cumbersome to worry about. My dad, as it turned out, had saved me a lot of money. I got my first car at 21, and life went on. Not until 14 years later did I get clarity on the car embargo. I was visiting my grandparents, who I didn't see frequently because they lived so far away. I had a private moment with my grandmother. What was up with the no cars till 21 rule you and Grandpa had? My grandmother had a look that I describe as a really poor attempt to fake confusion combined with a smirk. I don't recall such a rule, she blurted. As it turned out, my father, as a young boy, had been taking flying lessons. As he was getting closer to getting his pilot's license, his instructor told him about a local farmer who had a plane for sale and kept in his barn. In those days, 73 years ago, pilots routinely used dirt roads and fields for takeoffs and landings. So according to my grandmother, my father decided to buy an airplane, not a car, because his friends had cars, and he didn't need one. I had been duped, but to be completely fair, my dad had not been untruthful with me. The words he always said were, "I didn't have a car until I was 21. He never said he couldn't have a car. My mistake and misperception. My father had instilled a powerful lesson. I simply didn't ask the right questions. I think I'm pretty accurate in my assumption that every one of you has your next destination planned, whether it's college or moving into the workforce or serving in the military. While the destination is important, I ask you to consider the journey too. For some, the journey will be a straight line. You will do exactly what you have planned, and you know exactly how you intend to do it. For many of you, the journey will be a series of tangents off your original path, right-angle turns, and maybe even an occasional 180. No matter your destination, I hope along the journey you pause to ask the right questions. Since the answer to what is the right question is different for each of you, I'll share this. Sometimes it is easier to figure out when you have failed to ask the right question than when you have succeeded. I wish all of you a most interesting life, filled with new discoveries as you prepare to embark on whatever your next journey is. Congratulations, East Brunswick class of 2018. President Simmons and members of the Board of Education, as superintendent of schools, I certify that the students assembled here have completed all the state and local education requirements for the issuance of a high school diploma, and I recommend to the Board of Education that they be granted their diplomas.
Mr. Todd Simmons, President of the Board of Education, will now say a few words.
Good morning to my colleagues on the Board of Education, Dr. Valesky, Dr. Vanella, members of the administration, teachers, families, and friends of the class of 2018. As President of the Board of Education and one proud parent, it is my honor to address this year's graduating class. Congratulations, class of 2018, for reaching the milestone that you have had your sights on since you started school. Today is the day you have been eyeing for some time. For most members of this year's class, you were born at the turn of the millennium. You were Y2K babies. Your parents will remember all the steps we took to make sure we avoided disaster by the turn of the calendar. Looking out into this audience, however, I think we did a pretty good job. And now it's 2018. It's a different world, and one that each of you is well prepared to take on. As you begin your new lives, take advantage of all the incredible opportunities that present themselves to you. Some will be right in front of you, others you'll have to reach for. If college is your next stop, focus first on your studies. Learn what it is to be a college student. While I'm quite certain that East Brunswick has prepared you well for your new role, college is just different. Spend time figuring out how to balance a schedule and to meet deadlines with little mercy from your professors. If that means making the library your second home, then do so. And after you've got that down, think about extracurriculars. Be thoughtful and choosy about how you spend your summers, and start planning your summers early. Internships and job opportunities fill up quickly, How you spend your summers can enhance your time in college, and it will send a signal to future employers and graduate schools about your priorities. If employment is in your immediate future, you'll be well prepared for the choices ahead. Longevity is not always the key. Find what fits and you'll succeed. Whether you are employed with a large company or you open your own business, view every day as a new challenge to grow professionally. Wherever you land, whether for a short time or for good, forge new relationships, both personally and professionally. Your crew will be your motivation, your inspiration, your conscience, and your support. For the past 12 or even more years, you have had each other to lean on. That should never change. While social media often gets mixed reviews, one thing is clear. Because of it, you will never lose touch with your classmates. You'll plan reunions, holiday visits, and keep current on each other's lives. Now, though, your world will expand exponentially for some. Now it will be about common interests, employment, or fields of study. And we expect many of you to keep us posted on your accomplishments. And for so many of you personally, it has been a privilege to watch you grow since kindergarten. And for one of you, it has been the honor of a lifetime for your mother and me to watch you grow up in our home. As each of you begin the next chapter of your lives, I encourage each of you to continue to read, to think, to research, to question, to challenge, and to learn, no matter where life takes you. Seek out that internship, apply for that job, take the class you never thought you would. But for now, enjoy today, tonight, this week, your summer, and the new path you have chosen for the fall and for your futures. Dr. Valesky, Dr. Vanella, on behalf of the Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the administration of East Brunswick High School and the school district and direct that the class of 2018 be awarded their diplomas. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Jenny Shen. Selena Zhou. Caitlin May Tolentino Cunanan. Jack DeRuvo. Isaac Elkin. Jason Guo. Elizabeth Lena Ann Jackson. Sanket Jain. Daniel Like. Aditya Marotra. Hannah So. Kendall Catherine Westbrook. Samantha Lauren Balsamo. Gabrielle McSweeney. Sabrina May. Becky Liu. Ashley Stankovitz. Subida Kartik. Kayla Museri. Janet Tariq Aziz. Samira Mary Atal. Gabriela Alexis Lopez. Kushagra Mather. Prachi Desai. Marissa Ann Gergis. Faye Tazgal. Aliza Osman, Amar Ali Abbasi, Emily Abate, Mina Abdo, Adhem Abohand, Jayun Ackerman, Destiny Alamani, Ari Alter, Joseph Enoch Alvarez, Paul Anania, Sebastian Andrade, Tiana Angelucci Ramos, Arnold Ariza, Alina Wakar Aslam, John Atia, Ryan Aveniri, Marianne Awad, Ziyu Ba, McKenna Babu, Chris Bakun, Brendan Adam Bakshiev, Stasia Banker, Zane Backer, Yuval Barov, Jacob Ryan Bauman, Rachel Molly Becker, Arianita Bagu, Yuana Bakit, Kayla Benish, Sarah F. Bennett, David Andrew Bermudez, Alexander Burns, Christine Bechet, Ranesh Bamadipati, Arushi Bhatia, Leah Jordan Blacken, Dylan Lewis Cohn, Jesse Perel, Evan Blake, Sarah Bugaliubov, Kristen Bonomo, Varun Bhupathi, Alex Billy Boro, Samuel Bortnick, Michael Botelli, Kirolos B. Bulos, Gabrielle Brancato, Julia Lee Bravman, Sean David Brennan, Kaylin I. Brown, Michelle C. Brown, Matthew Ferris Brustowitz, Kevin M. Burns, Natalie Callie, Kelly Camastra, Jonathan Marcus Cantillo, Alicia Caravella, Kaylin Cafaro, Christopher Raymond Cardinale, Alexandra Grace Caro, Casey Ann Caroselli, Benjamin Joseph Carr, Nicole Ann Carrera, Christopher Joshu Carrillo, Brittany Marie Carter, Russell Casarino, Deandra Castle, Kayla Castelli, Christian W. Castro, Mia Cedeno, Kayla Ciraldi, Julia Page Chamowitz, Hema Chaka,
Shriram Chandra, Shrija Chatterjee, Shaira Chaudhary, Dhruv Chawla, Justin Chen, Vincent Chen, William Chen, Wesley John Chang, Emily Christine Chinchar, Suresh Chitkara, Henry Owen Shmilowitz, Kyle Choi, Judy Chu, Andrew Chua, Edward Chung, Sarah Chachio, Andrew Siersi, Haley Melissa Cipriano, Franco Antonia Cochia, Adam R. Cohen, Amadeus E. Collins, Darren Chu, Chanel Janae Coleman, Victoria Constantine, Joseph Anthony Coyle, Ryan Krakow, Benedict Arrow, Andrew Cabello, Brenna Elizabeth Colligan, Anastasia Nicole Carreri, Devin Curtis, Allison DeMello, Vikas Dalal, Mary Dawood, Jordan Golden Davidson, Sophia DeBellis, Julia Del Pozo, Barris Denitzley, David D. Oliveira, Mancy De Chapande, Ashley DeRozier, Zachary William DeRozier, Scott Dessel, Nihal Dhruva, Jillian Diamond, Carissa Nicole Diaz, Ramon Diaz, Michael DeSico Jr., Mariah M. DiPerno, Jake Joseph Dobrinsky, Samantha Donnelly, Joshua Roshan Doss, Devon Downer, Ashley Simone Drummond, Tara Ann Duffy, Robert Roman Duncan, Brianna Nicole Edmondson, Brad Edwards Jr., Antoine A. Elcomos, Joliana Eskander, Lucas Espada, Michael Falco, Nicholas Louis Folletta, Aweb Farag, Miriam Farag, Ryan Fadash, Marissa Federico, Nicole Ferreira, Daniel Fishman, Nicholas James Florzak, Ben Flynn, Joel Elliott Fogel, Jaden Font, Brendan Taylor Fox, Dylan Fromer, Miriam God, Carly Joy Galanter, Andre William Gambino, Lucy Gao, Jeremy James Garcia, Diego Garcia Ceballos, Tyler C.D. Gardner, Alyssa Elena Gaspich, Samuel Tyler Gajetsky, Joseph Hunter Giardino. Benjamin Galbine. Carly Julia Galetti. Carlos Gerges. Saron Gash Dastidar. Karat S. Gill. Kyle Gill. Ben Giordano. Gina Nicolette Giordano. Sabrina Deshawn Glasgow. Justin A. Glick. Michelle Gaberman. Samuel Goldberg.
Alyssa Lee Goldbeck. Jacob Goldberg. Sarah Goldman. Kelly Goodger. Kristen Lynn Goodman. Alina Gorbanova. Ryan Gordon. Chinmoy Goswami. Asa Mubi Graham. Valery Groshev. Naman Gupta. Anthony Gerges. Nardine Habashi. Joseph H. Ham. Ali Hamza. John Hahn. Cole Sebastian Harris. Jillian Marie Harrop. Talha Hashmi. Nahol Haskell. Hamza Yasser Halal. Sean David Helwig. Jonathan Ryan Henrick. Jake Thomas Herbert. Russell Hernandez. Itamar Hillel. Ray Hockwald. Jordan Markey Horowitz. Alex Hoshino. Nina Huan. Ziyu Wang. Kirolis Ibrahim. Elizabeth Eilani. Monica Iskander. Caitlin Marie Iskaris. Ahmad Ismail. Mark Israel. Marina Issa. Jonathan Edward Jackson. Zaire Jackson. Thomas Yanakino Jr. Anila S. Jagoff. Ashika Jalagam. Christian Michael Jefford. Amaya Jernigan. Timothy Jew. Madeline Jewett. Jared Jimenez. Jada Johnson. Nicole M. Johnson. Chris John. Chichi Jorgensen. Shreya Joshi. Anthony Jukar. Andrew Junkwa. Shreyas Kailasanathan. Austin Harrison Colt. Arzu Singh Couple. Kayla Kaplan. Kirolos Karas. Suval Kermerker. Gabrielle Yehuda Katzenberg. Ariana Kuvuri. Justin Wesley Kemperman. Kaylee Ann Kenzulak. Benjamin Kessler, Andrew Khalil, Nadine Khalil, Benjamin Luke Kim, Eugene Kim, Kevin Kim, Axel Hunter Kometz, Diana Ashley Konigsberg, Hema Coley, Layla Kalenovic, Sasha Kotlik, Lauren Krinsky, Maya Krishnamurthy, Kira Kuchenbrod, Astha Kumar, Vanshika Kumar, William Coe, Gabriella Kurchitsky, Devin James Kussmeiter, Dylan Lystrom, Vincent Michael Landante, Krishna Langen, Haven Lawrence, Megan Lee, Rachel S. Lee, Rebecca Lee, Kyle Letster, Albert Leung, Alyssa Brooke Levine, Paul Jason Levine, Jenna Lukowitz, Michelle May Lee, Stephen Lee,
Tianyu Lee, Timothy M. Lee, Daniel Liu, Yunche Liu Dan, Sophia Losner, Ryan Lojadis, Yvonne Lankar, Brittany Nicole Lopez, Joshua Luis Lopez, Nina Janice Lopez, Devon Benjamin Lorenzo, Christina Lauren Losada, Andriana Lukitis, Fiona Liu, Callie Luftig, Reed Luftig, Austin Valmont Castro, Michael Spencer Giardino, Talia Massaro, Ikra Mushtaq, Ayana Rosario, Shireen Al-Nabaptith, Jay Umin, Isabella Andrade, Miriam M. Ayub, Ama Ulasa, Kaylee Chan, Ziyu Chen, Nicole Cherbakova, Hawk Yin Emmy Chow, Haley Barbara Conlon, Rihanna Rubisa de Roche, Asma Diallo, Catherine Ellie, Mary Fawzi, Catherine Grace Gavin, Jenna Gerhartz, Joseph Alexander Gonzalez, Farah Amr Hamdi, Danielle J. Homnick Jr., Cornelia Ifti Moye, Chelsea Lee Jaipersaud. Caitlin Jones. Christine Sejin Kang. Banu Kaki. Etta Kaki. Jessica L. Kehoe. Jillian Kenny. Zainab Khan. Melanie A. Kruvchenko. Aditi Kumar. Kareem Lasheen. Hallie Lieberman. Jennifer Medal. Amy Mercado. Amelia Jane Murray Cooper. Justin Najameen. Kaylee Ann O'Kane. Zaina M. O'Day. Alexandra Pacheco. Hannah A. Pugan. Michael Pentillo. Kiona Monique Price. Amia Renzulli. Janice Rue. Anthony M. Saad. Monica Saber. Sachi Sagan. Jonathan Seltzer. Afreen Shalan. Joseph J. Shin. Kayla Silva. Brianna Stryker. Justin Stewart. David Suchecki. Julia Sullivan. Olivia Sullivan. Jordan Taha. Gianna Torres. Yukta Vinagopal. Sierra Wilhelm. Myrna Yasa. Matthew Zaki. Sean Yi Zhang. Amanda Brooke Lustig. Tanae Luthra. Alex Lydell. Gerard Machachi. Ryan Mackey. Natalie Madigan. Ishan Mahapatra. Andrew Mamey. Sakshi Malavya.
Daniel R. Maldonado. Karolos Rafat Malek. Sarka Malhotra. Siddharth Mundiam. Olivia Isabella Mango. David Mansour. Jonathan Marcos. Maria Elena Marmora. Sukina Marvi. Stephen Marks. Isabella Rose Mashanshi. Elodie Michelli. Nicholas Manuel Mateo. Daniel Matar. Kristen Nicole Maxwell. Robert Harrison McCulley. Ryan McDonald. Sean McGinnis. James McGlynn. Kurt McPeak. Megan McSpirit. Thomas Meehan. Anthony McHale. Max Mechanikov. Daniel A. Melnick. Michael Celestino Minella. Maria Matias. Hunter Materio. Mina Mashriki. Kanza Mian, Jonathan Miku, Murray McHale, Emily May Miller, Maida Middle, Eric Mikas, Danielle Erin Misrahi, David Mowad, Lori Mose, Kale Monsalve, Brandon Morales, Isaac Moreno, Gina Ann Morrison, Louis Anthony Matola, Daud Muhammad, Satyajit Mukherjee, Liana Danielle Murhowski, Abdullah G. Muhammad, Christopher Wayne Murphy, Dietrich Samuel Murphy, Naja Murphy McLaughlin, Anushka Morthy, Ediz Gnarly, Zachary Nasto, Andrew A. Nestorov, Steve Ing, Army Nee, Ashley Sandy Nurajan, Nicholas Ryan Nauer, Shannon Kate O'Connor, Jacob Alexander Oberwanowitz, Christina O, Alexis Daniel Olvera, Janisa Amaris Owens, Idan Ozer, Priyanka Gajana Pai, Eric James Panzera, Imani Samara Parada, Kartik Parashar, Riddick Parikh, Jangwan Park, Apeksha Parmar, Bhavi Patel, Isha Patel, J.R. Patel, Manav Patel, Ria Patel, Perrin Patty, Ethan Pearl, Tor Pennington, Mitchell Ryan Pingoy, Christian Joseph Pisano, Mitchell Polito, Syra Prashanth, Jaden Presley, Samantha Marie Proya, Daniel Chi, Raymond Dan Chian, Mandy Quigley, Brianna Raff, Ayan Rahman, Roshni Reggie, Elsie Ramirez, Jennifer Ricardo, Sydney Raquel Ramos, Jagath Ranawira, Ranesh Ravi, Ramya Ravuri, Kayla Elizabeth Reardon, Emily Margaret Riley,
Brianna Teresa Renzi, Matthew Thomas Riemann, Nicholas Joseph Riggio, Mitchell Rimmerman, Caitlin Leah Robertson, Otis Emmanuel Robinson, Ian Luke Aquino Rodriguez, Brandon Scott Rosenthal. Michelle Ann Rossi. Jacob G. Roth. Marcello Roth II. Dylan Rubin. Luca Ruggiero. Isaiah Alexander Ruiz Garcia. Matthew Rachowski. Jessica Christine Sasenti. Jake Saktig. Nikhil Mukesh Saptharagani. Joshua Max Safir. Isalina Sagad. Christina Saeed. Brianna Alicia Solomon. Xavier Salazar. Brandon Samuru. Joseph Sampson. Brian Santana. Christopher Santiago. Pramit Surkar. Saba Sarwar. Anthony Savin. Nusaiba Saeed. William Schaff. Samuel Schiffman. Alexandra Vivian Schneider. Eric Schneider. Sophie Schneider. James Daniel Schold. Kevin D. Schuster. Alexis Schwartz. Mahmoud Sakin. Jimiran Sarade. Hershil Shah. Assad Imran Sheikh. Ryan Sham. Malarone Shanker. Mustafa Sheikh. Jeffrey Shen. Hamza Ubar Sharif. Alexander Jordan Simmons. Emma Victoria Whedon. Megan Elizabeth Whedon. Nardine Ramon Sedome. Jessica Silver. Alexis Joy Simmons. Ashwarya Singh. Sahil Singh. William Situ. Lane Scone. Timothy Oliver Smith. Jack Vincent Salamini. Zachary Solomon. Fran Soto. Evan Sage Starry. Madison Rose Steinbeck. Chelsea Elena Stocky. Dylan Cole Stratton. Madison Stout. Morgan Stout. Donald Sue. Victor Sue Ortiz. Luzeli Thalia Suarez. Daniel J. Sullivan. Joyce Sun. Kevin Sun. Bradley Drew Suskind. Ashley Suyat. Cameron Sweeney. Greg Sabo. Gabriel J. Tafalowski. Nicholas Bo Tai. Matthew Tam. Glenn Tanasi. Devish Tandon. Carly Alexis Tenora. Aisha Tariq. Christopher Hunter James Tarnofsky. Justina Tawadros. Jermaine Taylor. Deborah Tobias. Brian Tong. Ronald Tong. Reynaldo Torres Jr. Brittany M. Tran. Thomas John Terzani. Amaryllis Timofaya. Sarah Zebu Udin. Anton Udovenko. Tiana Jordan Uloa. Tiana Rose Vaca. Victorian Lauren Valente. Max Valentine. Raymond Valenzuela. Chase Van Duzen. Drew M. Van Duzen. Shravani Vanapuli. Corinne Elizabeth Vanoker. Mulika Matthew Vergas. Mark J. Vince. Jeremiah Devon Wade. Tyler Jarrett Waite. Hannah Rose Waxman. Evan Matthew Walker. Jenny L. Wan.
Kevin Wang. Samuel G. Wasserman. Brandon Way. Grace A. Wiggum. Douglas J. Willig. Trey Wimmer. James Woe. Brittany Wong. Nicholas Wong. Alexandra Nina Woods. Albert Wu. Jonathan Wu. Amanda Wyckoff. Dale Wyckoff. Andy Yam. Chantel Yang. Alex Yang. Jason Yang. Daniel S. Yanni. Michael Yen. Nathan Tariq Yu. Gorkam Tylon Yoreki. Christopher Joseph Zachariah. Omar Zaharan. Myrna Zaki. Amy Zavitz. Mike Zalesny, Justin Zhang, Victor Zhang, Nicole Zhao, Stephen Zhou, Claire Zhu, Morgan Zielinski, Melissa Rose Zymel, Amanda Faith Zimmerman, Nadia Amaya Zarilla,